specialist customer engineering head at Google Cloud, focusing on digital native customers. I spoke in Cypher today about applied artificial intelligence, and that was exciting for me because this is really about how to take AI away from just labs and pilots and POCs and actually scale it. And I had some excellent takeaways from the panel discussion as well. If I were to share 3 key takeaways, I think I have minimize the amount of data you collect. Not all data is useful data. And then there was this piece around how AI and making it scalable is not just a technology problem. It's really about getting your data scientists, your domain experts, your software engineers, your data engineers to really work together. So thinking through some of the people and process aspects of it is critical to how you scale AI. The final one was how making this a matter of maturity. So in terms of taking it from a manual process of scaling AI to actually getting to an automated way where you put in a CI/CD pipeline and so on, actually goes a long way in your ability to implement AI at scale. I'm particularly passionate about the applications of AI in the fintech space, and fintechs do a lot of work helping banks, for example, screen the documents that they get from customers. They help figure out the credit history of people who applied for loans so that you can figure out how much loan is okay to give and to whom. So doing all of this has been underpinned by a few key AI applications. For example, you have things like lending.ai, where a lot of the documentation and the ability to process it manually is taken away, and you can actually do this in a far more automated fashion. So you have APIs that can just read the documents, process it for you, reducing the whole loan grant time from a matter of weeks to months to now about seconds. The second major application is around eKYC, which is similar. You just upload your photocopies of the document proofs that you need to submit, and there's AI working in the background to really recognize images, extract meaningful information from it, and really help you verify your customers' identities. Scaling AI, like I said, is a matter of how you really get your different teams to effectively interact, the domain experts, data engineers, software engineers, data scientists. And doing that requires you to think through the technology aspect of it as well as the business aspect of it. What is also critical to that journey is having quality and quantity of data. Quantity of data is debatably becoming less relevant as we come up with low code and no code sort of models. The second key element to this is thinking through your skill sets. So if you have very vanilla skills, like let's say just a SQL, you could use things like BQML, where you don't really need to fight that battle of getting high-skilled data scientists on board. You can use your SQL folks to actually do ML for you. And the third thing I think through is what kind of platform is right for me. So if I'm just about starting out my ML journey and I have a smallish team, BQML is enough. And then if I just want to use ML as a black box, so I'm not bothered about the internals, but I just want to consume it through APIs, maybe AutoML is the right thing for you. Or if you're looking at, I've got complex pipelines, I've got hundreds and thousands of models to manage, and I've got to monitor them after I deploy them and so on, you would need a sophisticated platform like Vertex AI. So that's how I would think about scaling AI. Cypher was a fabulous event. It's still on, and I was just going through the run-up of events and talks that you have. I think the agenda is extremely well thought through, and the range of topics is super exciting to say the least. It deals with a way to address all levels of maturity in terms of where customers are trying to implement ML, or whether you're super sophisticated. It has a little bit in the event for every type of attendee. And I think events like this are an absolute need of the hour, particularly in our field. And Analytics India magazine is doing a fabulous job of arranging events like this, because there is a lot to bring together in this ecosystem, which is fairly fragmented. So whether you're talking about partners, for instance, the kinds that I did a panel discussion with, or you're talking about customers who are actually using cloud-based APIs to implement AI, or you're talking about data scientists who are looking for great career options, whatever the reasons may be for these different players in the ecosystem, events like this bring them together, and I think it's a fabulous melting pot of just the right stakeholders.